and myself, we want to thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for the support that you've given us. Our numbers have been just blowing off the charts here. Every weekly, the numbers are climbing. That means more people are getting involved, more people are watching the show, more people are talking about the show, and that's great. We thank you, which is one of the reasons why we moved from Facebook to YouTube. Hopefully, this platform will give us a much bigger audience. We're getting folks from overseas, and we thank you, we thank you, we thank you. So we wanted to say that. Secondly, there are calls, there are inquiries still coming in about helping financially. I have set up a Cash App account. All you have to do if you wish to donate, and please understand me when I say this, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, whatever you wish to donate is wonderful. Whatever, it doesn't matter. It can be 5, it can be 10, it can be 500, 2 pennies, whatever it is. We are glad to accept it because it's more than we had before, and it will certainly go toward the thank you for the audience. What you would do is $ Ali Hackett Presents. $ Ali Hackett Presents. And those people, there's been a couple of people who sent something in this week. I want to thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you very much for it. $ Ali Hackett Presents. Now, let's get on with the show. All right. Mark, would you kindly let the Magnificent Seven in, please, so we can get this party started?
Yes, sir, brother. You know what? They in the green room, Ollie, fighting over the no frills Cheerios we left for the. They spilled milk all over the carpet. I don't know. They got no frills Cheerios and they having a problem. Here they come.
I gang is something else, man. I gang is something else. Here they come. Here they come. Here they come. All right. All right. Good evening, everybody. Okay, they're still unmuting. They're still unmuting. Everybody unmute so we can get to it.
Hello.
Hey, Sharon, how are you, sweetheart?
I'm a little tired, but I'm here.
Okay. All right.
Hi, everybody.
How you doing?
Happy Friday, ladies, everybody.
Thank you.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Hey, Michelle, how you doing?
Am I real dark?
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
A little dark.
Hi, everybody.
Hi, Hazel. Hi, Ann, how you doing? Rosie, how you doing?
I'm doing great, thank
Right,
you.
let's get to it. Let's get to it. First of all, again, good evening to everybody. And
I'm fine.
huh? Somebody saying something?
Somebody's on the phone or something.
Somebody's phone is on.
Somebody's phone is
Okay.
on.
Okay. All right. Once again, good evening to everybody. These are the clues that I gave everybody this week.
Somebody's phone is on.
Somebody's phone is on. Yeah.
All right. Once again, good evening to everybody. These are the clues that I gave everybody. Turn the phones off. Turn the phones off, please. Turn the phones off.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right. These are the clues that I gave everybody for our special guest. The group
Oh, wow.
in the mid-60s. Success came to them in the 70s. Late 70s, it was a name change. And they had to do that because of contractual concerns. After the change, their first song was a #1 hit in a disco-dominated world. So, with those clues, somebody turn the phone off. Would you please? Please turn the phone off.
Somebody got it on speaker. I don't know who.
Okay. Somebody turn the phone off. Would you please? Please turn the phone off.
Somebody got it on speaker. I don't know who.
Who has the phone on? Thank you.
Still on.
Still on.
It's still on. I don't know who had. Okay, thank you. Thank you. Rosie, would you start off with the clues that we have, please?
Okay, so usually I'm all around the world, going around. But this time I just started thinking. The first clue I went into was the name change. Okay, so I went to Ray, Goodman, and Brown. And then it took me to the moments. Okay, so I checked on the moments, and then it said they changed their name in 1979 to Ray, Goodman, and Brown. So my answer is William Billy Brown, the last surviving member of the Moments, formerly known as Moments, and Ray, Goodman, and Brown. That's my answer, and I'm sticking to it. I'm sticking to it there.
Okay,
William
Rosie.
Billy Brown.
Diane Parker, how are you in Florida, baby? How you
I'm
doing?
fine. I'm fine. Hot, but I'm fine.
Okay. What you got?
I went to.
Hold on, Diane. Hold on 1 second. Somebody has to turn the phone off completely, please. We
Just
must turn
turn
the
it
phone off
off.
completely.
Yes,
Turn it off
please,
completely, please.
please.
No, we see it still coming back.
It
Yeah.
is. Yes, please.
Or if
Diane,
somebody's in the room with you, tell them to leave.
All right, listen, because this is a waste of time. We should not be doing this.
Or if somebody's
Whoever has a phone in the room, they have to leave. Is there somebody in the room with somebody with a phone on?
No.
Phone in the room, they have to leave. Okay. Diane, go ahead, sweetheart. I'm sorry about the interruption. Room with somebody with a phone on?
Okay, I went all the way around Jake's Corner, and then I said, well, I thought about the volcanoes, and then they became the Tramps. So I said the Tramps, but there's two groups of Tramps. It's the original Tramps and Earl Young and the Tramps. So I'm saying just the Tramps, either one of them. So I said the Tramps, but there's two groups of Tramps. It's the original Tramps and Earl Young and the Tramps. So I'm saying just the Tramps, either one. Oh, I can't hear it. This is horrible.
This is really bad here. I have no idea where that's coming from. Mark, can you tell where it's coming from?
I can't see it, Ali. I've been isolating people and nobody, I don't know where the feed's coming from again.
Okay.
Everybody's isolated.
Okay. In any event, just to say, for this, Diane, just to tell you, there's about 4 different groups of trams. Okay.
Oh.
We can talk about that later. Okay.
Okay.
Karen Matthews Gainey, the professor, how are you? I didn't think that you were going to be here, but it looks like you made it. How you doing, babe? We can talk about that later. Okay.
Okay.
Karen Matthews Gainey, the professor, how are you? I didn't think.
I am good. I didn't think I was gonna be here either. Last minute, I've had a busy week, but I had like 15 answers.
Okay. Give us
Ended
the
up
short version.
busy week, but is there such a thing?
Yeah, with you, I'm not sure.
No, but I was everywhere, even outside of the East Coast. But I did end up also with the Moments.
Okay.
Ray Goodman and Brown and Bill Brown.
Okay. Michelle, what you got there?
Say me, Ali, because I can't hear.
Yes, your turn.
Well, me and Rosie, we studied together. We kind of put our heads together, and for the first time, I want to thank you for giving our boys a rest. We studied together because I didn't get a brain freeze and actually I did it with one hand behind my back. And I want to thank you
All right.
for the break. So I came up with Bobby too.
Okay. Bobby. You mean Bobby who?
I mean, I did get a brain freeze after all, didn't I?
Yeah.
What Rosie said, because we was in it together.
Okay, I got you. Okay. Andrew, what you got, bro? How you doing?
What Rosie said, because we was in it together.
Okay, I got you. Andrew, unmute.
Can you hear me?
Okay, there
Can you
you
hear
go.
me?
There you go.
Okay. Ollie, I gotta give you a hand, man, for finally giving out some easy clues.
Yes.
Man,
Yes.
I mean, like I'm with Michelle, man. This was tough. This, you was working our brains, but this one was easy.
Okay.
The first 3 gave it away, really.
Yes.
Those first 3 clues, I immediately focused on Ray Goodman and Brown, because in the 60s they were formed as the Moments. In the 70s they had a big hit, Love on a Two-Way Street. In the late 70s they had to change their name because of contract reasons to Ray Goodman and Brown. That sounds like a law firm. And then in 1980 they hit a home run with Special Ladies, and a couple other hits on there. Now, as far as the new music, I know they came out with some music in the mid 2010, 2012, so I consider that new music. So I checked that box off there. My final answer, Ray Goodman and Brown.
All right. Hazel, what you got, baby doll?
I consider that new music, so I check that box off good. My final answer, Ray Goodman and Brown.
All right. Hazel, what's up, baby doll?
I consider that new music.
Unmute yourself, Hazel. Hazel, unmute. Hazel, unmute.
Okay, you
There
got
you
it?
go.
Okay. I ended up Ray Goodman and Brown.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right, Bonnie, what you got?
Well, I didn't get Ray Goodman and Brown the moments until like near the end, but I went with Frankie Beverly when he was with Raw Soul. The Elgins, the Times, I even went to Tavares, and then I went back to Ray Goodman and Brown, so that's who I'm sticking with.
Okay.
The Elgins, the Times, I even went to
To our
Tavares.
listening audience and to everybody, we're having some kind of technical difficulty, and I have no idea where it's coming from, but I hope that you'll forgive us and stay with us. Mark, would you bring in our mystery guest, please? We're having some kind of technical difficulty, and I have no
Yes, sir.
idea.
He'll be here in a second.
But I hope that you'll forgive us and stay with us. To the listening audience, I truly apologize. There's something going on somewhere, somehow, and I don't know where it is. Magnificent Seven, I want to tell you that Donna was in a car accident this afternoon. I'm waiting to hear from her. She's not with us. Rita's under the weather, so she's not with us. And I thought that Sharon would not be with us because she lost somebody in her family. So just to keep it in a tight thing with us, our tight thing, so prayers to everybody, if you would, okay? While we're waiting on our special guest to come through. So just to keep it in a tight thing with us, our tight thing, so prayers. Ladies and gentlemen, would you bang your hands together for Mr. Billy Brown, the last living member of Ray Goodman and Brown and of the moment. Give Billy a nice round of applause. If you would. Bang your hands together for Mr. Billy Brown. What's going on, my brother? How you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. How about yourself?
I'm not bad at all, man. It's good to see you. It's good to see you. And let me extend on behalf of myself and my Magnificent Seven, congratulations on keeping the name, the music, and the flow from the music, from the moment, and Ray Goodman Brown alive. We appreciate that.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank
I
you.
have played the new one that George Kerr helped you put together, or you guys put together. And it's amazing how George Kerr can take one song that he's done over everybody, and it sounds different every time he does it. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, that's George.
He did it with Linda Jones. He's done it with you. That song is just amazing. Tell us the name and a little bit about the song, if you would, Billy.
Okay.
The song was Look Over Your Shoulder, which was done by the Escorts as well.
Yes,
but brought out front in the beginning by the OJs.
Okay.
And George had an idea, said, he wanted to do it over again. He had another idea for the song. And we went in and recorded it, and you're hearing the final results.
It's good. It's good.
But tell you the truth, this song was I recorded this song years ago.
Oh, really?
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. This song was recorded, I think, back in 2000. Maybe 2010.
Okay.
Around that area. Yeah, around that time. Yeah. And then he called me and told me that he was going to release it as a single. I said, okay, fine with me. It's good with me. Everybody that I had played that song for, everybody loved it. They said, boy, what a song, really. They said George really stepped on it this time. He said he put his foot in it. Yeah.
It's a great song. And like I said, he did it with the Escorts, he did it with the OJs, he did it with Linda Jones, and now he's over here. That's 4 different artists in 4 different time frames. And
Absolutely.
It still sounds great. He just, moved a little stuff around, put some over here, put some, and it sounds really, really good. It's a great, great song.
Yeah, yes it is. Yes, it is.
Great song.
And that's George Kerr for you.
Yes, it
is.
George
is a master in there.
No question about it. No question.
He knows.
About it.
Yeah.
No question. Well, listen, I'm going to back out and let each of my team members, they're going to ask you a question or present a comment, and you can respond off of that, and we'll go back and forth. Rosie, would you mind starting off?
Okay. First, thank you again, Mr. Excuse me, Mr. Brown. Thank
Bless
you. Thank you very much. And I appreciate it. I have two questions for you.
Okay.
Number one, Ray Goodman and Reagan Goodman. I saw that you wrote a lot of songs for the group, the Whatnots. Now you
Right.
did Girls. Did you do the one that says what's the one I like? What's the other one they did?
I'll erase away your pain.
Away your pain. I'll erase away your pain. Yes.
Do you know who did that?
Who did that?
Mr. George Kerr.
Wow.
That was George Kerr again.
Wow.
Working his magic. Yeah.
Oh, because I thought that was so unique and all. I mean, they had a different sound, a unique sound and all.
Oh yeah.
And that part, and I love, and that was my favorite. I'll erase away your pain there, because I think I was going through a little heartache at that time too. So they sang me for that. Okay.
Yeah, right.
All right, they sang me.
Well,
And another
that'll
one
do it, Rosie. That will do it. That will definitely
It
do it.
will. It surely will. Yeah.
They sure will. And another one I have, Mr. Brown, is that your nephew came into the group and all, but I saw he was with the vocalist for the Manhattans, and then he came in with, and they said he was lead single for the Stylistics in 2000.
Yes.
Lead singer. Then that's what I'm wondering about, because I know Russell Tompkins is the original. So how did that come about? Russell Tompkins Jr. is the original Stylistic, and how did your nephew come to be a lead singer for the Stylistics there? I'm curious about that.
Well, when we were booked by the same agency, myself and the Stylistics, and Jack Barker had told us, they said, well, Russell's not with the group anymore, and they were looking for a new lead singer. So we said, well, we know someone that can sing, and he sounds similar to Russell.
Okay.
And so Jack asked for his number. We gave him the number and everything, and E-Band called him, and he auditioned for them, and the rest is history, I guess you could say.
Yeah.
The thing was, like Russell is such a good friend of mine. I've known Russell for years, and he's just a sweetheart of a guy.
Right.
And I sometimes I think back on it, and I said, was it right for me to do that? But they were looking for someone. I had nothing against Russell or anything, but they needed somebody at that time, and I knew someone that could fill those shoes.
Right.
Or if not fill them, at least put their foot in it.
Put their foot in it, right.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Great question, Rosie.
Well,
Great
thank
question.
you very much, Mr. Brown. Thank you.
Great question.
You're
Diane,
welcome.
what you got, babe?
Good evening, Mr. Brown. It's a pleasure to meet you. I have been a fan of yours since Love on a Two-Way Street. Okay.
Well, thank you so
Every
much.
time you came to Philly, I made sure I was there. Okay.
Oh, wow.
My question is, wait a minute, what is my question? I got a brain freeze.
That's all right. That's all right. We all get them now.
Listen,
I'm so
and
sorry.
just think you got a brain freeze and Briley not even singing yet.
Right.
My question is, you've been in this business for a long time. Do you still enjoy it? Performing, going from place to place, do you still enjoy doing it, or is it like a job to you?
No, I still enjoy doing what I do. I had two ambitions in my life that I really wanted to do. I wanted to play professional football or be a professional entertainer. And I think I chose the right one by being a professional entertainer.
Yes.
Because I've been doing this now for 52 years.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
I don't think if I had played ball, if I lasted for a good 7 years, then that would have been a miracle. But for 52 years, I'm doing what I love to do.
Yes.
And God has just been so good to me. He's blessed me through the years. He enabled me to do each and everything that I'm doing today, and I give all the praise to the Lord, because back in 16 I had a stroke. I had a stroke in 2016. We didn't know what was going to happen with that, but thanks to my wife, she's the one that noticed I had a stroke. I didn't even know.
Wow. Wow.
Noticed me acting different and everything. And if it wasn't for her, the outcome might have been a lot different than what it is.
Right.
Right.
Oh,
But
wow.
I have
Let's give Miss Brown a nice round of applause. Let's give Miss Brown a nice round of applause.
Yes.
and I'm doing well. I'm still doing the things that I was doing
Praise
before, you know, and I'm traveling and, you know, but just
Praise
going back
God.
to work because, you know, COVID had this whole thing shut down for
Yes, it did.
a year.
Yes.
So February, this past February was February 14th, Valentine weekend was a year for me not working. So altogether, I haven't worked in 15 months.
Wow. Okay.
But you know, but like I said, God is good.
Yes, he
All
is
the
all the
time.
time.
Yes.
Yes, he is.
All
the
the
time.
time.
All the
Yep.
time. Yes, he is.
Yep.
Good question.
Yeah.
Good question. Good question, Diane. Well, Billy, we're certainly looking for you to come this way sometime soon. Michelle, what you got for me, babe?
First, I want to just say that it's a pleasure to meet you.
Well, thank
It's a
you.
pleasure to meet you. And I have a question, and I hope it's not inappropriate or anything like that. But being a great entertainer that you are, and I know y'all go through stressful moments, and I know that sometimes things can be overwhelming. Was there ever a time in your life that you ever felt like giving up?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
And that's it.
I'm gonna be perfectly honest. Yeah, there were times and because that I felt like I didn't want to do this anymore. You know, and it wasn't because of the fans or what you say, my friends. My fans are my friends. You know, it wasn't because of that. People in this business can do that to you.
Right.
People in this business. This business, I'm just gonna be point blank and tell you the truth. This business is a dog eat dog business.
Right.
I've heard that.
Yeah.
And it's the truth. Whatever you heard, it's the truth.
Yes.
And I got some stories. I'm writing a book. I got some stories.
Please do.
I got some stories that people that they won't believe.
Right.
You know, about people that your so-called friend.
Right.
You know,
yes.
I'm looking out for you, that kind of thing.
Right.
I got some stories to tell. So,
Billy, let me just share this with you real quickly, and then thank you, Michelle, and we'll go to the other members. We had Joe Simon on a couple of weeks ago. Okay.
Right.
Well, you know he's a bishop now. That's what we call him, Bishop Joe Simon. So
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's a bishop now, and he's doing well.
Great.
And we had a great time interviewing. And one of my panel asked him, you know, a similar question, what do you enjoy now? What? And he said, my biggest thing about being happy right now, he said, I don't have to lie no more.
Right. Well, all right.
I'm sure.
Oh,
sure you appreciate that. And George Kerr is on the line. I'm sure he'll appreciate that. Let's move on.
Absolutely.
Hazel, what you got, baby doll?
It's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Brown.
Well, thank you.
Looks pretty.
My question is, you were in a group and you sang about romance and love.
Right.
How about, what do you think about the romance and love music of today?
Good question. Good question.
Well, to be truthful, I don't hear it.
No.
I'm being point blank serious.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't hear it.
I agree.
I don't hear it.
Okay,
Do you know?
yes.
Do you know what guys used to come up to us and tell us this? Say, you know what? They said when I ask something I want to say to my woman, and I don't have the words to say, you know what I do? I said, what? He said, I'll take the needle, I'll put on one of your songs and put the needle on the record and let you tell her what I want to say.
There you go.
I tell her, this is what I want to say to you. I mean, we believe that love is something that'll never die.
Right.
You know,
That's right.
love is something, and it's something that every man and every woman, every boy and every girl, that's something that they crave for in their lifetime.
Right.
Is to be loved and to be loved by someone.
That's right.
And there's nothing greater than that. Only love that's greater than that is the love of God.
God,
I'm
the love
telling
of
you.
All
God.
right.
Very well
All
said,
right.
Gully.
Right.
Very well
That's
said.
Right.
Very well
Very well
said.
said.
Very well said.
Yes.
Good question, Hazel. Very good question.
Very good question. Very good
Drew,
question.
what you got, Drew? Andrew.
Yes, sir. Mr. Brown, thank you.
Yep.
Thank you so very much for joining us, first of all.
Well, thank you. Thank you for
I got
having
so
me.
much to say, man. I got a comment and a question.
Okay.
First of all, thank you for your legacy, man, for overcoming the issues and the hurdles in your life, professional life, man, and you're still here with us, man. We appreciate that very much.
Right.
Right. And also, thank you for creating one of my favorite jams of yours, Gotta Find a Way.
Oh, Gotta
I mean,
Find
that
a Way.
is some serious harmonizing
Oh.
on wax. You can't find, and you know, it just blew me away. I just love that.
Well, thank
But I
you.
want to, my question is, okay, my question is actually for two other favorite songs of yours that I like. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Okay.
You guys are mostly known for your ballads.
Right.
But you came out with two slamming fast cuts back in the day, Sexy Mama and Girls.
Right.
I love those, man. And I was wondering, could you take us through the process, how those songs were created, who wrote it, and what was the idea on those two songs? Because I love those. I played them today.
Okay, well, Girls was a song that Harry Ray penned most of it. It was him, Al Goodman, a young lady named Venus Dodson, and they wrote that song together. Yeah, back in the 70s. And Girls was just like I said, Girls, and all the girls loved it. It was a big hit overseas.
That was my next question. I mean, it seemed like it was bigger over there than over here.
Oh yeah, it was. Yeah, very much so. And then go ahead.
How did the Whatnots get involved with you guys?
Well, George Kerr was
that name again.
Yeah, George Kerr was the writer-producer for the Whatnots. And we were all at the same company, All Platinum Records at that time in Englewood, New Jersey. And they're not on that song. We just said we just said, hey, Whatnots. And actually the guy that's talking in the front there was our drummer, a guy named Clarence Oliver. That's him on there. And our backup band, one that played the track, recorded the track for that song. And yeah, I'll tell you. And then now Sexy Mama is another story. Harry Ray, it was late at night up in the studio, and he was up there, and he had this little drum. It was like a little drum machine, but we used to call it an idiot box. And it would make beats. And he was up there that night, and Harry liked to mess with the piano, and he was up there that night and was going do-dum, do-dum, do-dum,
that's my groove.
Yeah. And he was up there. Had him a little wine, a little candlelight. And he was this is the honest to God truth. He had a little wine and a little candlelight, and he was up there doing this thing with that idiot box and him on the piano. And he penned that whole song that night. Yeah.
It's amazing. It's amazing. I tell you guys all the time from this standpoint that the music is wonderful, but it's the stories behind the music that make it pop.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Yeah. Good question, Drew. Bonnie, what you got, baby doll?
Okay, first of all, very nice to meet you, Mr. Brown.
Well,
I love you guys. Quick question. Lovely Way She Loved. That's my jam. Is there something behind
that's a
that
good one? Yeah.
Was there something behind that?
Right.
Well, we were just saying, I wrote that along with Al Goodman.
Okay.
And Sylvia Robinson. She wrote one little part in the song as well. And we were just, messing around in the, we wanted to read, said, well, let's write a song, And so we just said, Al and I started everything off. And we said, well, when she holds me in her arms and all that kind of thing. We were just thinking about how a woman would feel. This is something that she would want to hear. When something that I want to hear. When she holds me in her arms. I can feel the magic of her charm. She kisses me. Oh,
right.
All right.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Love, it's for only me.
Yes.
Say, and I like that. Look at me, I'm in love.
Such a lovely way she loves.
Yeah, great song.
A man want to hear how. A man want to hear a woman say that to him too. Now,
absolutely,
there you go.
Absolutely,
there you go.
Absolutely.
There you
goes
go.
both ways.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
I'm glad Billy. I'm glad you brought that out, and I can see. I don't know if you can see the excitement on the Magnificent Seven's faces.
Yes.
I say this on my radio shows and my TV shows. I've been saying it for the longest time. The music is great, but somebody like yourself who created this music, or sang this music, when you start talking about the stuff that goes on behind the cameras that we don't see and how this song got formulated, it's just a really good thing.
That's right.
Before we go any further, Billy, we got a friend of yours, William Smoke Howard from the Ebonies. He's here. And also George Kerr is back there somewhere. I don't know what he's doing. He's muted, but he's on the line.
What's up,
too.
Billy?
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Hey.
Billy?
All right. How you doing? What's up, man?
I'm good, man. I got on a little late, but did they guess who you were?
Yeah, they did. Yeah, they did.
We almost we got 7 out of 7, Smoke. We got 7 out of 7 on
clues.
Oh, he gave them the clues.
Yeah, he made it easy for us, Smoke.
Yeah.
He gave us a break.
He gave you a break tonight.
Smoke, I got so tired of him crying every week about not being able to get anything.
Yeah.
George,
Billy,
can you hear me?
You got in North Carolina right now, right?
Yeah, I'm in North Carolina, yeah.
What part?
What part?
And I'm in Monroe.
Monroe. Is that near Charlotte?
Yeah. I'm about
trying to get down there to see you, brother.
I'm trying to get down there to see you. 40 minutes from Charlotte.
All right, trying to get down there to see you. You still doing it? You singing a little bit down there?
Oh yeah. Well, I haven't been singing. We're just starting to go back to work because everything is starting to open up again.
Yes.
Because I've been off for 15 months.
Right.
You have gigs lined up, sir? You have gigs lined up?
By the grace of God, yes.
Thank you. Great.
Yeah.
George, can you hear me?
Yeah.
How you doing? Ladies and gentlemen, this is Mr. George Kerr. How you doing?
Right. Hello.
Hey.
Hey, Mr. Kerr.
I'm doing great.
This is the
George
gentleman. He is responsible for the Moments, who turned into Ray Goodman and Brown. He is responsible for the early OJs. He is responsible for the group that was in Rahway State Prison, the Escorts.
Yes.
He is responsible for his #1 shining star, Linda Jones. And he's got more. He was responsible for Phyllis Hyman in the beginning. He's got a great history behind him. The biggest, I don't know what you can say about this gentleman that Annie's saying he took Little Anthony's place from Little Anthony's Imperials. He sang there.
Wow.
So I don't know how many more accolades I can put before we run out at 10 o'clock. He's just
Wow.
Yeah.
George, it's good to have you here. I think you're hiding behind the couch, but I know what you look like.
Couch or something,
but it's good to have you here, my brother. Say a few words.
Well, I'm just glad to see Billy
Lift
doing
his
his thing. Billy Brown,
camera up.
one of the greatest singers that I've ever produced, and as great as he is as a
He has to
singer,
pull his camera up.
he's the same.
George, can you
as
pull
a
your
person.
camera up a little bit? Pull your camera up a little bit so we can see you.
No, I don't want to. I'm not decent.
Oh, okay, okay.
That's
Okay,
why.
I got you. I got you. Well, you're the first naked star we done had on the show. Man. You know what I mean? Go ahead, George.
George said, I'm going to remain anonymous.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right.
Go ahead, George.
Unidentifiable. Unidentifiable.
Yes.
Go ahead, George.
No, it's just glad that I'm just glad to see all you nice people, and it's a sight for sore eyes to see people, talented people, people that have dignity. You know what I mean? And great people is not trying to take advantage of
Right.
another person.
Right.
Just like Billy Brown was saying, you know, it's good just to see good people for a change.
Right.
But like you're saying, this music business, I mean, is really one of the worst businesses that you could ever get into.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heard that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what's interesting, George, and my magnificent seven have heard me say this many times. As much as you, myself, Billy, Smoke, all of us complain, ain't none of us trying to leave here. You know what I mean? We want to stay.
Oh, no.
You're right.
That's true.
Yeah.
Right.
Definitely right.
That's right.
That's true.
Right.
It's the crazy business, but it can be, and I think that George and you, Billy, would agree with me. When you sing a song on stage and you hear somebody scream at the top of their lungs, that's refreshing. That's gratifying to you.
Oh, yes, it is.
That's what makes
Right.
you. Or somebody
Yes, it
comes up to you and say, you know, my mom and dad talked about you, and I was born on
Right.
or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's correct.
That's
Yeah.
That is correct.
part of it. That's the gratifying part of it.
That's
Yeah.
right.
It
So
is.
one of the greatest feelings that I've ever had when I went to London, England, and I was sitting over there with 2,500 people just paid their money just to come to hear me do question and answers. All I was doing was they was asking me questions and I was answering them.
Wow.
And they knew more about me than I knew about me.
Yeah.
Wow.
We've always said that, and
Yes.
it's sort of unfortunate.
It is.
But we've always said that the folks overseas know more about us than we know about ourselves.
Correct.
That's
especially
right.
the artists.
That's the truth.
It's an unfortunate situation, and I understand why people like Tina Turner moved over there and stayed. I understand why groups go over there and the 3 Degrees go over there as much as they do. I understand it.
Yeah.
You always want to be appreciated wherever it is that you go. And
Correct.
they appreciate you, big time.
Right.
That's
Right.
right.
Billy, I think that I want to say that first of all, condolences, and it's been a while now on the other 2 brothers that were with you. That's the first thing.
Yeah.
You guys,
Al Goodman and Harry Ray.
right?
Yeah.
Yes.
You guys made what you consider, like you said, the guy said, is what a woman wants to hear, what a man wants to hear. But you guys made music that will live on forever.
Yes, they did. Yes,
Yeah.
they did.
And
Yeah.
I want to
Yes.
congratulate you on extending that legacy, that sound, and that idea of Ray Goodman and Brown. One of my favorites, man, and I played it last night, was Take It to the Limit. That was one of
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
that
Yeah.
was one of your new ones. But
Right.
that moment sound was still there.
Still there.
And
Yeah.
that harmony. Now it seemed, even though you guys did Love on a Two-Way Street, I Can't Do Anything, I
Right.
Do, Sunday, that was one particular sound. But when you took a break and you came back and you did Special Lady, I almost wet myself, man. I'm telling you, I couldn't believe it was
Yeah.
Right.
that harmony, and I guess George had a great hand in putting that together, but that harmony was off the chain. That showed another dimension of Ray Goodman and Brown / the moment. Just doing that street corner harmony stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then when you did, you did Special Lady and Inside of You and the rest, and then you were just, it was great stuff. Congratulations, man.
Well, thank you so much.
Yes.
And to tell you the truth, those were some of the best years of our life during that era, during that first album with Special Lady and all that on it. That was some of the best times of our career.
Okay.
Because I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say this, but I'm not that I'm afraid to say it. That's the first time we got paid.
Mm,
Okay.
Wow.
I'm talking
Okay.
about really paid for
really paid.
your worth for
Okay.
you know,
Right.
things that you do
Wow.
in this music
Okay.
business. And we had been in there before that. We had been in this business for 11 years.
Wow.
Mm,
Wow.
With people saying that, yeah, I'm going, you know, we're family. We're going to do this. And,
Right.
oh, yeah, we're family.
Right.
You know,
Right.
we're family. I'm going to take care of you. And never saw nothing.
Right.
Never saw
Right.
I was going to add to that, Billy, because when you did that Special Lady and those albums, that was after you separated from the Robinson family and
That's
you know,
right.
Platinum Records or what have you.
Mhm.
That was when you
Absolutely.
guys stepped out on your own. Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Absolutely. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Great, great.
You
Well,
know.
listen, I can't say enough about the music from, again, Ray Goodman and Brown /
Right.
Lamont. And George,
Well,
you
thank you.
deserve, as Andrew would say, mega credits and mega hand claps
Yes. For
the
what
things
not to
you've
know.
done with all of this music and
Right.
with all of these different groups. You deserve
Right.
a great big hand clap
Right.
for that,
That's
man.
right. That's right.
Well,
Thank
thank
you.
you so
Right.
much. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Billy, what's I know that things are starting to open up now. If you don't mind,
Right.
are there any things that you now the new record that you guys put together? George, I was telling him earlier, it's amazing how you took this one song, ran it through the OJs, ran it through Linda Jones, ran it through the Escorts, and now it's running through Billy, and it sounds different. Each one, each song, the same song sounds different by each artist, and you put a little newer twist each time. So it's amazing how you do that. George, can you add anything to that?
Well, you know, it's a poor actor that can only play a priest. You know what I mean? You got to be able to put on different hats.
Okay.
So once you get it right, I look at an artist as like an actor. You know what I mean? They are all different.
Okay.
Even though they are all great, they are different and they have different sounds. So what you try to do is to get the best out of the particular artist that's singing. I've been very fortunate to be able to work with some of the best singers in the world. So
Okay.
when I do people like Billy Brown, basically all I do is hit the button and they just put their talent to work. You know what I mean?
Okay.
They do a lot of the work themselves.
Okay.
So that's why Billy sounds completely different. Billy is doing Billy. He don't try to imitate anybody. Billy is doing Billy.
Okay.
And the harmonies that we did behind that and everything, that's Ray Goodman Brown and me.
Okay.
You know what I mean? And that background, you know what I
That's
mean?
right.
So they are, we just fit together like a hand in glove.
Mhm.
But Billy Brown is one of the greatest singers that I've ever heard.
Okay.
So
That's a hell of a compliment,
recording,
Billy. That's a hell of a
recording
compliment,
Billy,
Billy.
you know what I mean?
It is.
It was
No doubt. Well deserved too.
I thank you. I
Yes.
thank George for that. I really do. I really do.
That's
I'm
a
only
heck of a
telling the truth.
compliment. Because you know this guy's been around the world about 18 times, so he's seen and heard everything.
That's right.
But I tell you, you know,
Yes,
the
yes.
thing is, a humbling thing to me is people come up, people come up and tell me, "Oh, you're a legend. You're a legend." I'm gonna be perfectly honest, and God be my secret judge. I don't look at myself. I don't know why. I just don't consider myself as a legend. That's really going far.
Right.
It's, I just think of myself as a person that with a talent, that God gave a talent, and He gave me the ability, and He gave me a gateway to go to utilize my talent.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
I just thank Him each and every day. I'm on my knees all the time,
I hear
thanking
you.
God for
Yes.
what I have and that I don't have,
Right.
because I know that without Him, nothing is possible.
Amen.
With God,
Right.
everything is possible.
Very
Amen.
well said,
Amen.
bro.
Right.
Amen.
Very well
Amen.
said.
That's
Very well
right.
said. Michelle,
right.
you have a question?
Yeah, Mr.
Honestly.
Brown, do you have any children following in your footsteps?
You know, I have 5 sons, but none of them. I have one son that can really sing, but you know, he don't really want to do it. And that's my second eldest son.
Okay.
His name is Shane. He can flat out sing, but it's not something that he really wanted to do. He's a hairstylist, you know, by trade, you know, you know, yeah, but he don't want to, he don't want to do this. He used to travel with me all the time as a little boy.
Okay.
You know, he used to go, I used to take him on the road with me and everything. I took him, his greatest thrill was when I took him to South Africa with us.
Wow.
And
I love being there.
We spent a month and a half over there.
Wow.
Okay.
And he really enjoyed it. Oh boy, his teacher let him out of school to go, as long as when he came back, he had to write an essay on what you know, on his experience. You know,
Right.
Fantastic. Great question, Michelle. Great question.
That was good.
Billy, I'd like to add to that if you don't mind.
Okay.
Give your son over to George. He'll straighten him out in no time. He'll straighten him out in no time. The second thing, to the Magnificent Seven, you guys don't know this, but I'm Billy's illegitimate child and I want to sing. All right. I want to
Ain't nothing you can do about it.
Just having fun, man. Just having fun.
Right. That's what it's about.
Absolutely. Sharon, you got a question?
Yes. First of all, Mr. Brown, it is wonderful to meet you.
Yes, it is.
Well, thank you so very much.
And I always wanted to say this: get down, Billy Brown.
Oh, all right now. You got your note?
Oh my God.
You got your note?
Go ahead, Professor. Go ahead, Professor. Hey, Professor.
You guys, one of my all-time favorite groups.
Go ahead.
Well, thank you so much. Thank you.
I can't even pick one song as my favorite song. I can't.
Wow.
I love falsetto tenor voices.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
Between you and Harry Ray, good God. I was done.
Well, thank you.
Look at me. I'm in
gotta find a way. As Drew said, when girlfriend said flight 214, I thought I was on a plane.
What's
your name?
You were ready for takeoff.
Yes. What's your name? Lovely way she loves.
Oh boy.
All I have.
Wow.
That's man.
Where you from?
North Philly.
Oh, you're from North. Oh, okay. All right. North Philly. We used to play. We used to live in Philadelphia. Uptown Theater.
Walk to the Uptown Theater.
Yes, you did.
Right.
And as far as once you made the transition into Ray Goodman and Brown.
Yeah.
Inside of You and Special Lady.
Yes, sir.
Oh my God.
Oh.
My brother from another mother who is
forget happy anniversary.
Anymore.
Yeah.
Loved you guys. It's Friday night. We would have been in his house drinking and singing.
Wow.
That's a Friday night. That's a typical Friday night.
I've
Billy,
got my wine.
Billy, let me.
Yeah.
Billy, let me share a quick story with you. Sharon, we call her the professor because any question that's asked, and as you know, as I told you, I put out a question on Monday so everybody could try to guess who you were. Okay.
Right.
So any question that I put out, she pulls out the old encyclopedias, and that's why we call her the professor. You know what I mean? But unfortunately, she lost somebody in her family, and she was not going to be on the call tonight. She was scheduled not to be here. But once she called me and guessed who it was, then I told her she had the right answer. She said, I got to run to the store, buy some hair, some lipstick, and some eyes, because I'm going to be on this call.
That's like I had one. I know the feeling.
I could not miss it.
Oh,
That's
wow.
Right.
Wow. Thank you so much.
Yes, indeed.
I hope everything is all right with your family, you know.
Yes, it is. It was my uncle, and he was 89 years old, so he lived a full life.
He lived,
yes, he did. Yes, he did. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes. Oh my God, I love that.
is that she had called me earlier. She wasn't going to be on the call, but once she said it was Billy Brown in the moment, she said, "Oh, I got to go out and buy some stuff. I'm gonna be you know what I mean?
I did it. Thank you.
Well, I
Dad.
love the way
appreciate
she
you, and I
loves. You know what I
appreciate the
mean?
thought. Yeah.
I
Oh,
love the way she loved.
The
So,
gesture,
so
anyway.
Billy, I know how enthusiastic you are about this music and working with George and what have you. What are the,
Yeah.
Can you talk about any other future projects that you have? Now, this single that just dropped, I'm sure
Yeah.
there's got to be an album coming behind it.
Well, me and George are gonna sit down and work that out. We're gonna do an album behind it, of course.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna sit down.
Okay.
We're gonna sit down and get everything together, go on out there and do it.
Okay.
We
Now,
need
Billy,
some
are you
good
looking?
music.
I'm sorry, I didn't go. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Go ahead.
I said we need some real good love music.
No
Yes.
question.
Yes.
No
Oh,
question
yeah.
about it. No question about it.
Absolutely.
yeah.
The fact, Billy, the fact that the other guys are gone, are you looking to pursue this as Billy Brown or Ray Goodman and Brown?
Right.
How are you, with other guys filling in? How are you looking to pursue this?
Well, I'm gonna do things on my own, but I'm gonna keep the group as Ray Goodman and Brown.
Okay.
I have two new guys with me, Kenan Blunt and Leonard Julian from Atlanta, Georgia,
Okay.
and they're going to be touring with me. Well, we have toured. We were touring before COVID shut everything down, you know, and so I'm going to do that. But I'm going to do solo projects as well.
Okay.
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 Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mark, do we have? I saw you put Donnie's name up here. Donnie Tate, a singer up here in the Philadelphia area, says
Yeah.
Billy Brown. Hello. Do we have any more comments that from the listening audience?
Well, yes, sir. You got a bunch of folks in the room want to say hello to Mr. Billy Brown. You got Diane Canty, our former Magnificent Seven honoree.
Okay.
We have in August, we have maybe about 700 people saying hello. And since we only have about a few minutes left,
Wow.
Thank you.
Okay.
Hello, y'all. Oh,
everybody's
yeah.
commenting on Ray Goodman and Brown. They're all fans.
Wow. Much love. Much love. Much love.
Fantastic. Fantastic. Thank you,
Much
Mark.
love
Smoke, you want to close up or start closing? We're going to start closing up. You want to say anything to Billy as we close?
Yeah, Billy missed that stage presence, man. You know, and
Yeah,
Billy
man.
does a great intro for the groups, man. And I know he did a great intro for the Ebonies, man. And I didn't know he was. For a minute, I didn't think he was something. But I miss you, Billy. Miss you, man.
Hey, man, miss you as well.
Come
you
on,
stay
let's do
well and keep doing it.
Same to you. Same to you.
All right, thank you.
Anybody
God
in
bless.
closing as we get ready to close up? Magnificent Seven.
I just want to say thank you, Mr. Brown, and my record too is "Look at Me, I'm in Love." So just look at me, I'm in love with you right now.
Oh, well,
Yes, yes.
Diane.
All right,
And
love you all.
hopefully-
Love you all.
You
Yeah.
know, hopefully you'll come to the Tampa area now that I'm in Florida.
Yeah, maybe I'll come down there.
Yeah,
now
come
that I
on.
know you there.
There you go.
Work it.
I just want to say, Mr. Brown,
Yeah.
keep that beautiful spirit that you have.
Yes.
Well,
God is going to keep you. You got work to do.
Yes, he does.
well, thank you.
You know,
Thank you so
you
much.
have such
Thank you.
a humble
Yes, he
spirit.
does.
Nice
And
words,
that's
Hazel.
going to keep you going.
Nice
Yes.
words, Hazel. Drew,
Thank
what you
you.
got? Andrew.
Mr. Brown, thank you for joining us, man. Thank you for your legacy, sir. And
Yes.
we're gonna
Thank
keep
you.
on playing your music, man.
All right,
Oh,
thank
yeah.
you,
Much
Andrew.
continued
Oh, yeah.
success to you, sir.
I'm gonna play it when I
Thank
get
you.
off.
Much love to all of y'all.
Yes.
Donnie, what you
Thank
got,
you.
baby?
And God bless
Just
you.
want to say thank you so much, Mr. Brown, for all the songs and
Yes.
everything. And I'm gonna be like them. I'm gonna be playing some when we get off of here.
All
Amen.
right.
Amen.
Okay. Well, thank
Professor,
you.
what you
Thank
got,
That's right.
Professor?
Look, I don't even look. I'm gonna be falling out somewhere in about 10 minutes. All right, thank you, and God bless your wife.
Yes. Yes.
for taking
Yes.
such good care of
Care of
you.
you.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
And she does. And she does. That's
Yes.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And
Fantastic.
I missed the other two,
Oh,
seeing
yeah.
y'all perform and everything, and just hearing their voices.
Yeah.
I mean, I could go to sleep
Yes.
with the radio in my ear.
Right. Yeah, right.
Oh my
All right.
God. Yes.
You look
All right.
great.
When we come,
Between you
when we,
guys and the Delphonics,
oh yeah,
I'm just, you
yeah.
know,
When I come to Philly, I want to see you.
Yes.
yeah, I'll be
You
there.
let us
Okay.
know when we're
All
coming.
right.
We'll be
All of
there.
y'all.
Right.
All of
I
y'all.
saw
Everybody
y'all
that's in
at the
Philly. When I
Dell the
come, I want to see
last-
all of y'all. All right.
Right.
Yeah, the
Right.
last
Yes,
George.
time I
sir.
saw you, you were at the Dell.
Okay.
Mhm.
That was
Yes.
before
Al Pass.
Al passed.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
Yeah. And you
Okay.
had
Kevin Owens. Yeah.
Kevin Owens.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Kevin.
Right.
Yeah.
George, can you hear me? Is there something you want to say in closing? George is still naked, so we can't hear him.
And thank you to George too.
Yes, thank you. Thank
Mr.
you,
Kerr.
George,
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
George, can you hear me?
Naked, he can't hear you.
George. No, he can't. I guess he can't hear me. He can't hear me.
George just put his glasses on. He can hear you now.
I guess he can't hear me. I said, Billy, you got to tell him what I said later, you know?
Yeah, I sure will. I sure will.
My brother, it
Oh,
was,
looks great.
listen, Billy, it was so good to have
Yes,
you
it
here.
was.
So
It looks
great to
great.
see you again, my brother.
Looks
Yeah,
I
great.
good
wish you
to see you
all
as
the
well.
best. And I'm playing
Thank you.
the new piece, Look Over Your Shoulder.
All right.
And
All right.
I'm hoping that it picks up and just runs everywhere it's supposed to run. I wish
Yes.
you
Oh,
all
yeah.
the best. Godspeed. Tell your wife we said hello. And when you
Yes.
Okay.
start to move in this area, please let me know. Please let me know.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I surely will.
Glad to see you.
All right.
Magnificent Seven, one more time. Give Billy Brown and George.
Yes,
Brown a
yes.
round of
Thank you. Thank you,
Yes.
Mr. Brown. Yes.
Well, thank y'all.
You look
Thank
great.
y'all.
You look
applause.
great.
Take care,
And
my
may
brother.
God-
Good night
may
to
God-
everybody. I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Billy, I'll talk to you soon.
Okay.
George, get some clothes on. We'll talk later. Good night, everybody.
May God bless and keep all of y'all. All of you.
Okay.
All
All
right.
right.